I tried to do this once, and then my partner walked in right in the middle of the reading. So let's try again. I hope I'm not going to lose this information now, because we were going on about Leonardo Dicaprio, okay, and Vittoria Ceretti today. Now, we did actually have quite a lot of fertility readings in the previous reading, but we did also have a lot of blocks of Leo as well, going back to his family and his past and emotional struggles, and that seems to be the block right now. But let's just see quickly. That's what happened in the deleted one, guys, that I couldn't post because my partner wasn't halfway through. But let's just have a look quickly. Let's bring this up right now. Leonardo, how do you feel about her? How do you feel about her? I will say now, he does like the younger women. There's a big part of this as well, is especially the models. This sounds a bit crazy. Obviously they're models and they're young, but it's bigger than that. He likes his freedom. He actually likes that they're busy and they go away for weeks on end and then he can see them later on. He doesn't want somebody right now to be on him hand and foot with him 24/7 all the time. That actually came through in the reading previously as well. He likes his freedom. He likes that she can take off and do a shoot God knows where for weeks on end and then come back to him. That actually works well for him. That's what suits him. That's why you always see him with these younger models, not women that are maybe a bit older, that actually really want the marriage, want to settle down, want to have kids. Now, apparently there's a rumour about this anyway. This is why he dates younger women that are in the peak of their career or their career's growing. Now, I will also say about her, I don't know if she's done any film work, but I did hear he's a maker, a shaker maker or something. Like, he can make things happen and open doors for her. And I do feel we may see her in a film in the future, okay? So let's see how he sees about her. I still feel, by the way, and I had this in the other reading before I had to stop halfway through, which is really annoying. She's the type, like his other girlfriends, that's going to be in and out of his life, and he will be seen with other people. He's going to be seen with other women, but he will still go back to her, if that makes sense. It's almost like, oh my God, guys, I'm actually hearing the word, she's the main girlfriend right now. So she's the main one, but he's still going to be seen with others. He still wants his lad time. The Three of Cups is the energy of more people involved in this situation. It's not just her. It's not just her. Now, it doesn't always mean he's sleeping around with lots of women, okay? Believe it or not, it doesn't. But he likes connections. He likes to meet beautiful women. He just does. He does. This is just the way he is. So it doesn't necessarily mean he's going to cheat on her, but he will be surrounded by others, and it's not like he's going to put a stop to it. Okay, that's coming across really, really strongly. Now, let's just see how the future is. He's torn. He's completely torn. I feel this happens every time he gets close to somebody, okay? And it starts getting to the point where they start talking about, do we want marriage at some point? Do we want a family? Do we want kids? He is actually keen on her. Like I said, I feel she's going to be someone that's in and out of his life for some time to come yet. She's not going to just disappear. You think they've broken up and then you'll have a sighting of them, okay? Because that's his style and that's how he likes it. But I still see them being around together. Two of Cups means he actually really, really likes her. He genuinely feels there is a close connection with her, okay? Now, the Ten of Cups is also a family card, which means if there is anybody he would really consider really settling with, he would really think about it with her. But we keep coming back to the same issues before, because in the other reading I did, guys, we had lots of trauma in his childhood and not being able to fully move on and have a new chapter because he's reflecting back about how his own childhood was, okay? Because that's coming up. He goes through these stages of nearly getting there, and then the Chariot, changing his mind, doing a 360, going the other way again, arguments, fighting, leading to breakups at some point, okay? Now, this apparently has happened to, I don't know if it was Giselle, there's one or two others he dated, I think Bar Raphael, I can't pronounce the name, guys, sorry. But I've heard this before with him as well. It gets to a certain stage and then he just won't, so they move on without him. He can have a girlfriend 4 or 5 years and then they just move on without him to have the family they want, to have the marriage they want, to have the kids they want. He can't get past this block yet. He really likes her, but he can't get past this block. He's trying, believe it or not, he's trying. I will say, I do feel, I'm hearing he pays her way. Now, what I mean that is to keep her happy. It's almost like the kind of things he would say, you know, we'll leave it for another year or we'll discuss it in a year, and I really mean it. And in the meantime, we have like the Strength card, which means he still would want to continue with this relationship with Vittoria. And we also have the money, gifting her, giving her the best lifestyle that she could ever imagine, to kind of cover up the fact that he doesn't really feel, it's like he would like a family, but he's too wounded. He can't get over the past. He cannot get over the past. So he's paying out money instead. Give them what they want, give them a great lifestyle. It's almost like hiding the wounds, and for her, it's almost like trying to block out the family thing. Like, hey, we can't have this lifestyle if we have a family, kids, things would change. It's fun right now. Let's just keep having fun. He's just trying to cover it. I'm hearing it's a cover-up. It's all a cover-up, okay? Now, he does actually genuinely like her, though. He does feel there's a connection, but I still feel there's going to be other people he'll be pictured with, but she will still be on the scene. I just feel right now it's just going to be one of those fun connections again until he can actually get over this. Now, he's 49 now. I don't know why, but I hear a key period of his life is going to be at 57. Now, I do wonder if he finally becomes a dad at 57, or I just wonder why 57? 57. Something to do with a family and a father at 57. What does that even mean? What do they mean? It could be later in life. Let's check now. How does she feel about him? How does she feel about him? I don't hear the word safeguarding. Safeguarding is usually when I worked at schools where you take care of a child. So I will say they have that. It sounds really creepy, guys. The father and daughter aspect where it's like the sugar daddy in a way, where she's okay in her own career, guys. She doesn't need him. She's going to be successful enough to do her own thing. She'll be okay. But there's still that sense that he will look after her. He'll take care of her. There's someone to guide her. I'm hearing hand holding, especially when it comes to her career, holding her hand, guiding her in life. So that's really, really kind of important to her as well. I do feel also, believe it or not, that he is actually a steady role model for her in her life. So even if they broke up and didn't see each other, she could still count on him for advice and guidance and help. He supports them. He would still support them. He's not a bad guy. I'm not getting he's a bad guy at all. I'm just getting he's really struggling to put down roots. He thinks about it and he thinks he can do it, and then he can't. And that's what's the trigger for all these failed relationships. Let's have a look at her quickly. Well, do you know what, guys? I will tell you now, the previous reading I did, he came out as the King of Pentacles, struggling with his past. And I just said, what does she think about him? And in this reading as well, King of Pentacles, which is exactly him right now. This is like an entrepreneur, somebody very grounded, stable financially, very, very, very wealthy usually, very good businessman, usually has multiple businesses. Entrepreneur, that is him. She sees him as stable, grounded. I feel it's more than opening up doors. I feel she does have actually a lot of respect for him, like life advice and wisdom. I know it sounds crazy. I'm hearing he's been on the scene for so long. He knows how it works. It's almost like he protects her as well. And he's got her back. He's got her back. Even if this didn't work out, he would have her back. I like Leo's energy. I do. Arguments, fighting. I feel it could be short-lived again. We have the sexual chemistry, we have the card here, but we still have the fighting, the arguments. She wants somebody that she can still grow with. She doesn't know if he's the type to grow with. I feel at first it was more like a connection that could be fun, but as she's fallen for him more and more, she wants more stability from this connection, and there are trust issues here as well. And like I said in the reading I did before, there are other women around him, but I'm not really getting him sleeping around like that, believe it or not. I feel he can be surrounded by them. He likes to have a beautiful woman. He likes to talk to them. He likes to see them. But I'm not getting him being somebody that's just sleeping around right now. He's not. It's just not coming across like that. It's like he likes a pretty face, okay? He likes to be surrounded by beauty, but I'm not seeing him in a massive playboy mode right now. There's a kind of calming in him, but not enough yet that he doesn't want to be surrounded by these people, if that makes sense, okay? Paying her, like I said before, giving her the money, giving her the lifestyle. But I feel the longer she's with him, the more she's going to question like others. I want more. Now let's have a look at the future, the last few cards, okay? I feel it's going to be like I said before, maybe more of a fun connection. We have a painful decision needs to be made over this in the future because of the situation. Again, we have the world, the chance of him to have a new start, to settle down with her. But the Six of Swords is the energy of him moving away again. He can't get over that block. So I'd actually say it's different. I wouldn't say it's not that he doesn't want kids in a family. He goes through stages where it's coming in more frequently, where he thinks about it and then he freaks out and he doesn't. He doesn't. He gets close and then he can't. He gets close and he can't. And I really feel that's why all these relationships break down. You see him with a model for a year or two, disappear. I know everyone says it's all the 25-year-old rule, but I do feel as part of it is because he wants younger companions right now because he doesn't know what he wants in himself. And I'm hearing time gap. Time gap, isn't that funny? Rather than age gap, I'm hearing time gap between what they want. Now, another big thing about her he likes is she's peaking in her career. So she's very independent and doesn't really want kids right now. But it's on the cards I hear. Let's just move these aside. Will Leo ever be a dad? Will he be a dad? Will at some point he be a dad? He's still going, it's blocking every time. Three of Pentacles means working on the situation. Then he feels like he's blocked again and he can't. He's unhappy. I'll tell you what, financially he's killing it. I do feel down the line, we do have a marriage. Way down the line. Way down the line. Four of Wands, really settling down financially. Magician is almost like success, victory, overcoming any difficulties, but he's still got a long way to go. I'd say with this Three of Pentacles now, he's in the learning stage, exactly like I said, guys, trying to work on himself, and then he gets to this block again. Right, I can't do it, change my mind, can't do it, not ready. It's going to be coming in, but I do feel over time, I feel it's going to start to become stronger in him. Like, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, but I still feel it's going to be a long way off. And I don't feel it's going to be with her right now. I don't feel it's going to be with her. I feel he did pick her in a way because of her career. She takes her career so seriously right now. I'm even hearing like a tick list. So there's specifics he wants from a woman that he won't tell them. So if they said something like, you know, I don't want kids right now. I've got about 5 years of my career. I want to peak. I've got to do certain things. It's a massive tick for him. Okay. But he still likes the idea they're open for it. The thing is, he's a man. He can have kids at 70 if he wanted. See what I mean? It's different. And he knows that. And he knows that. There's just no rush. There's no rush for him. So I do feel, I'm hearing right now he's abandoning the idea, and I feel he's going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, guys. And I feel that's going to be that way for some time to come. And I don't feel she's going to be the one he marries. I don't feel that. I do not feel that at all. I just don't sense it. But I will check back in on them, because right now it's hard to read for him, basically, because he's back and forth. One minute he thinks he's ready to settle, and the next minute he's like, no, I can't do it. I'm off. I don't want it. Honestly, that's the energy. Back and forth. But not like you think. Not like you think. I think it is because of wounded. And I kept hearing wounded from the past. Wounded, unable to move on. Unable to move on. I know his upbringing was really rough. I know his parents divorced at a young age, and he grew up in like literally the roughest housing stage you can imagine, honestly. Getting into fights all the time, drugs around him, prostitutes behind his house. He grew up so poorly. It's just blocks, there's blocks. And I hope he overcomes it, guys. He's 49. I mean, he's had therapy, by the way, but he just can't get over it. So maybe it will be 57. We'll have to see. But 57 is a key age for him for some time. Now, 57, when they give an age, it could mean that he has a child at that time, or it could just mean he overcomes a massive life obstacle. Like a big thing on a spiritual pathway, a lesson, a big lesson he has to overcome at 57. But I feel at that age he's going to be calmer as well. So this is about 8 years away yet, guys. But let's see. He may surprise us.